joining us. This is the third of our four-part concert series.
Hi, I'm Captain Amain Morgan.
And I'm Lieutenant Gordon. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a Jamaica Defence Force concert series. You're in for a treat from the pop band.
We hope you have been enjoying the series so far, and we look forward to sharing more about what we do and who we are.
Please join us on July 30 for our Armed Forces Day Parade. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. one of the greatest defense assets in protecting Jamaica is our Maritime Air and Cyber Command. To tell you a bit more about the MAC, we have the Brigade Commander, Brigadier Roderick Williams.
I'm Brigadier Roderick Williams, the commander of the JDF's Maritime Air and Cyber Command. Jamaica's advantageous geostrategic location places the island between major drug-producing countries in South and Central America and the major drug-consuming markets of the North, and more recently, also amid a burgeoning humanitarian and other crises. Consequently, Jamaica has, over the years, served as a major transshipment point for narcotics and other illicit flows. Jamaican criminal entities use the illicit arrangements to acquire weapons, ammunition, and other illicit proceeds to facilitate the expansion of their criminal enterprises, with the inevitable battle for a larger slice of the illicit pie, fueling what is one of the highest murder rates in the world. Further, in our experience, illicit transnational networks are multi-domain enterprises with significant ICT, cyber, air, maritime, and other resources to facilitate their illicit activities. Now, to effectively counter this, a coordinated multi-domain response that operates within an effective and efficient multilateral framework is required. To further compound matters, Jamaica's geographic position, geologic and other topographical realities also mean that the island is susceptible to a wide range of environmental hazards, to include those that are man-made as well as geologically and climate related. Jamaica's proximity to major trade and transportation routes through the Caribbean increases the probability of man-made disasters and incidents within its jurisdiction. Weather-related hazards like tropical cyclones, droughts, and wildfires have intensified and become more frequent due to the impact of climate change. Additionally, Jamaica's location along the northern boundary of the Caribbean tectonic plate and the presence of active faults make Jamaica susceptible to major earthquakes. A 2005 World Bank report noted that Jamaica is the third most exposed country to multiple hazards in the world. So over the last 3 to 4 years, the JDF has been engaged in arguably the most far-reaching restructuring in our history. The JDF has evolved into a significantly more bespoke organization geared at providing sustainable solutions and contributions to Jamaica's long-standing defense, security, and development challenges, with a focus on more effectively treating with Jamaica's unique defense and security realities, to include Jamaica's international obligations, like the requirement to provide a world-class aeronautical and maritime search and rescue capability within our designated search and rescue region. The Maritime Air and Cyber Command is the epitome of our efforts to ensure that the force transforms, or as the force transforms, it remains cost-effectively fit for that purpose. By bringing together maritime, air, cyber, and other strategic capabilities under a single unified command, we have realized greater efficiencies, higher levels of interoperability, and greater effectiveness across domains.
Coming up next, more performances and a look at the Coast Guard.
Welcome back to the Jamaica Defence Force Concert Series.
One of the more known elements of the Maritime Air and Cyber Command is the 1st District Jamaica Defence Force Coast Guard. Their main purview is to protect the territorial waters of Jamaica and ensure the viability of our blue economy by preventing external threats to our local population by sea.
Armed Forces Day will have some historic firsts. One such is the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Anglin, but I can't articulate his story as well as he can.
Hi, I am Lieutenant Colonel Michael Anthony Anglin. I am a 40-year veteran of the Jamaica Defence Force. I joined the Jamaica Defence Force in November of 1981 and would have served a number of units across the force. I'm a former member or a graduate of Kingston College, and I am married for 37 years with 3 children. I would have traversed a number of units over my 40 years of service in the Jamaica Defence Force, rising to the level of Force Chief Clerk, which was one of my ultimate aim serving. Fortunately for me, I was granted a Quartermaster commission in June of 2011 in the rank of Captain. I am currently the longest serving member of the Jamaica Defence Force, and on the 30th of July this year, I will be the parade commander for the Armed Forces Day Parade. This is significant for me because it is the first that a Quartermaster commissioned officer will be the parade commander for Armed Forces Day. I am serving currently as the only member of my intake 43. Everyone else would have left, and it's an astounding moment for me as I continue to represent intake 43. I will be the first Quartermaster officer to command the Armed Forces Day Parade, and it is a significant and very historic moment for me and for the Jamaica Defence Force for this to be happening. And so I invite you all to join me on the 30th of July, wherein I will be making history for myself, for my intake, and for the Jamaica Defence Force as the first Quartermaster commissioned officer to be a parade commander for Armed Forces Day.
I'm all alone in the wilderness, searching to find some peace and rest. Although she was the best girl, she brought happiness to my world, yeah. No other prayers for a lonely day. Said I'm a prisoner of loneliness, yeah. This is what I said. Now whose voice is gone to say goodnight? Now that she's gone out of my life, who's gonna tell me lies and let me believe they are true? Yeah, now that my love is overdue. Now that my love is overdue, yeah. Please, baby, tell me what I'm gonna do, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. When you turn and you walk through the door, it hurts me so. Say it hurts me so. When you look at me and you say goodbye, it made me cry. Yes, it made me cry. Now listen to me as I say to you, baby girl, it's up to you. Everybody knows it's up to you.
wings are in the thick of it, and the battle ranges all over the sky as other formations.
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Roper. I'm a retired Air Wing member, but I now serve as the Wings Appeal Coordinator at the Royal Air Forces Association. When I was in the JDF Air Wing, I was always introduced to RAFA. RAFA is the Royal Air Forces Association. And in the Second World War and in the First World War, there were many Jamaicans who served with our colonial masters at the time, the British government. And we provided numerous, not only airmen and women, but also servicemen who fought in the trenches. And part of that legacy was introduced to me while I was serving at the JDF Air Wing. Even now, the Royal Air Forces Association looks after some of those veterans from the Second World War and also some of our airmen who, having succumbed to injuries or illnesses, need our support to keep them going during these times. The Royal Air Forces Association 580 Jamaica branch is a part of a larger charitable organization, the Royal Air Forces Association, which is headquartered in Britain, but they still provide significant and palpable contributions to our airmen who are still alive. Your support in making sure that our airmen, not only those that served with the Royal Air Force, but our Air Wing veterans also that need your support, is important to us.
And so out of loyalty and love of within the nation and the governments of this country, we came from the West Indies, and I suppose from Africa and other parts of the world, from India. We did not have to come, we came. We came when we were needed. We came and helped to change the ethos of the war.
Jamaica has a lot to be proud of as far as our aviation history is concerned. Sergeant William Robinson Clark was the first black man to fly for Britain in the First World War. And he went on to have a significant career in the RAF even after the war. Of course, there are many who paid the ultimate price. One of my forebears, Alan Roxburgh, died in Palestine in 1917. And there's the stories of so many others, Jamaicans, people of this soil, who went over to a foreign land and gave their sacrifice so that we could be free. And we are looking for your support to help our airmen and our veterans in their time of need, just as they supported you when you were in your time of need in Jamaica.
If you would like to give to the Royal Air Force Association, visit their Facebook page at Royal Air Forces Association Jamaica 580 branch.
Armed Forces Day in Jamaica is celebrated on the 31st of July. We look forward to this because it is a celebration of the efforts, of the lives, of the service that the Jamaica Defence Force has provided to the island of Jamaica. We are proud of our service. We love to show it off, but also we want you to know of our service to you. And it's important to the building of Jamaica, of the security of Jamaica, of the safety and peace in Jamaica.
Please remain standing for the fly past by the JDF Air Wing. Ladies and gentlemen, you should have already had your cameras out and ready, because if you look up and to the south, you should see 3 aircraft approaching in the Vic formation, similar to an arrowhead. The formation is being led by the Diamond DA-40 fixed-wing aircraft. The DA-40 is flanked by 2 Bell 429 helicopters. The 429 is the newest helicopter of the fleet and will be the helicopter used in the JDF for the next couple of years. The DA-40 is being flown by Captain Kenijia Harrison, Lieutenant Jason Gordon. The 429 on the right is being flown by Major Joel Nelson and Captain Javon Hudson. The 429 on the left is being flown by Captain Jermaine Francis and Captain Denver Ennis. Round of applause for the JDF Air Wing, ladies and gentlemen, as they continue to fly for all.
In the near to medium term, we will continue to leverage our operational relationships with other ministries, departments, and agencies, and seek to deepen and broaden our multilateral and bilateral arrangements with our regional partners as we continue to strengthen our capabilities as a formation. Because the strategic security situation and the contemporary operating environment demand it, and Jamaica deserves nothing less as she drives towards Vision 2030. So specifically, our offshore patrol, our maritime interdiction, our aeronautical and maritime search and rescue, coastal surveillance, airborne intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, air troop transport, cyber, intelligence, our special operations forces, our airborne firefighting, air medevac, marine resource protection, and humanitarian and disaster response capabilities, just to name a few, are being significantly enhanced over the near to medium term time horizons. These enhanced capabilities will strengthen Jamaica's ability to break the insidious link between transnational criminal organizations and domestic ones, as we make Jamaica less attractive to illicit trafficking by effectively securing our air and maritime spaces. We will also strengthen our ability to protect our blue economy by making our waters safer, deterring the illicit exploitation of our marine resources, and responding to activities with adverse environmental consequences through more effective and efficient maritime law enforcement and maritime safety capabilities. In all of these, we rely heavily on our people and their commitment to put themselves in harm's way to ensure the protection of our country. So we are grateful for Armed Forces Day as an opportunity we have each year to formally show appreciation to our aviators, sailors, and soldiers for the daily sacrifices they're making in service to our nation.
Every time I think of saying goodbye, everything inside me says alive.
thank you for joining us. You have been watching the Jamaica Defence Force Concert Series.
We look forward to you joining us next week for a fourth and final episode, where we will be paying tribute to one of our premier officers, Major Joseph Williams. Remember, if you'd like to become a member of the Jamaica Defence Force, visit www.jdfweb.com/join the JDF. Until next time, walk good.